Okay, this is not normally one of the videos I would normally do myself, but this actually been really, really concerning about me. And I had to take myself a few days just, get it up all soaked in and, ask myself, is this going to be it? Is this going to be the end of me? Or is this going to be the end of my NASCAR diecast reviews? Unfortunately, next month, or as we enter 2020, is I'm sure many of you possibly heard of it. It's called the COPPA law. This is the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. It's a federal law that was passed by Congress in 1998 that protects the privacy of children under the age of 13. The COPPA not COPPA, the FTC, or the Federal Trade Commission, not Federal Trade Commission. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. The FTC enforces the law through the COPPA rule. So in general, COPPA requires operators of commercial websites and online services that are directed towards children to provide notice and obtain verifiable parental consent before they collect personal information from kids under 13. So basically, this rule defines personal info like first name, last name, home address, school, where they live, stuff like that. But that's not all. This personal information also covers what's called persistent identifiers, which is actually behind the scenes code that recognizes the user over time across different sites or online services. So that could be like, let's say, an IP address or a cookie was used to serve targeted ads. No. All right. So I'm asking myself, how is this going to affect? How is this going to apply? COPPA applies to channel owners who upload their content. So how does COPPA apply to the same channel owners who upload their content to YouTube or another third-party platform? COPPA applies the same ways with a channel owner had its own website or app. So if a channel owner uploads this content to a platform like YouTube, the channel might meet the definition of a website or online service, which is covered by COPPA. Depending on the nature of the content and the information collected, if this content is directed towards children and if the channel owner or someone's behalf collects that personal info from the viewers of that content, basically that channel is covered by COPPA. And once COPPA applies, the operator must provide notice, obtainable verifiable parental consent, and meet COPPA's other requirements. So how do channel owners can determine their content is directed towards children? This is what I fear the worst, because I uploaded, diecast reviews as collectibles, but I also did past stuff, like Lego reviews and all that stuff. And I kind of stopped that because it was getting too much. So I may fear that my channel may be going after, and I might think this might be the final video I'm ever going to do on my channel. And hopefully that if the FTC can actually alter it, make it a little bit fair on content creators with mixed audiences like myself, because my diecast reviews actually, I get a mix of kids and adults that actually ask me, a lot of questions or, add a lot of comments. Maybe a few. So how does this rule set out to determine an additional factor the FTC will consider and determine whether my content is child directed, which is the subject matter, visual content, use of animated characters, child oriented activities and incentives, which you don't have to worry about me. I'm not an animator myself, but I fear the animators on YouTube. I know a few myself. I feel like they're targeted. The kind of music or other audio content, the age of models, presence of child celebrities or celebrities who appeal to children. I actually do have a few NASCAR drivers that actually did appear in my videos, but I might fear that FTC may come after me. Language or other characteristics of the site. whether advertising that promotes or appeals to the site is directed towards children, and dependent on reliable empirical evidence about the age of the audience. So basically what happened was, so how did this came about? The FTC caught YouTube and basically fined them and Google a good whopping amount of millions of dollars. I forgot the amount, but it was like way, way high up there. So, what's going to be the possible penalty for violating COPPA? The civil penalties, from what I've heard per video, if you're caught in violation of COPPA, you will have to pay up $42,530. I don't have that kind of money myself. That is a lot. Oh, here it is. Actually, it's 170 million. So that is a lot. So I don't understand why we have to pay the price for YouTube and Google. But this ain't right. This ain't right. This ain't right on me. This ain't all right for any animators that I know. This ain't fair on some Lego reviewers that I also know as well, like Big Planes, Jane Bricks, Rob A, those kind of guys. And I fear for Big Planes because it may be the end of his channel, because he builds those big Lego planes that I've seen, like Air Force One, and right now he's going to be working on the Air Concorde. But I fear for him. He already set up a Patreon page, so that way he can continue. And for everybody else, I don't know. As a diecast reviewer myself, what's going to happen to me? Because I have a mixed audience. So this ain't right. I don't have the $42,000 to blow on something like that. This is basically Google and YouTube's mess up. They should pay for this, not the creators. So I fear for myself, but I did sign a petition and I did comment on the FTC site. You can basically go down in the description below, let them know how you feel about it. I did sign the petition and I did comment saying this ain't right. You need to let Google and YouTube pay for their mess up. Don't expect us creators to pay for their mess up. Basically just threw us under the bus. So I have a weird feeling that this may be the end of YouTube as we know it. I fear that this is going to be the end of myself. Somebody with less than 600 subscribers. I do YouTube as a hobby, not a job or anything. So I don't know how this is going to work. I might fear it. It may be, the FTC will just snap, vaporizes half of YouTube, and basically we're all gone. So if it's the parents, I just don't know what to do anymore. Real world cost. This is basically going to be the real world that's going to catch up on us. So basically, the FTC is going to kill YouTube. This is going to be, it's slowly killing them from the inside. And it's going to be the nail in the coffin. And these big partners from YouTube, like let's say PewDiePie, Achievement Hunter, basically, everybody else, they're targeted because of the video game content. Like let's say Minecraft, and also there's There's something I also play with Roblox as well, and also basically it's like red flags, red flags. We can't be playing can't play kid video games anymore. So it's kind of weird that Minecraft, which is basically not only popular with kids but also popular with adults as well, they're going to be going after because they recognize it as a kids game, and I'm gonna have a weird feeling that some of the past video games that I did, like I know Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is one. I actually never completed that Let's Play, but I just kind of threw that out because I didn't want to do it anymore. And there's also Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire for the PlayStation 2. I completed that like a long time ago, so I may unlist that one, so that way I don't get after. So basically, if it wasn't for the Karens that kept complaining, that kept asking, want to go see the manager instead of watching what their kids are doing on YouTube, we should not be in this mess. Basically, YouTube just loose lip sync ships. You know that, right? So basically, every single time I go to YouTube, I just happen, see a little 3x3 grid. I click on it, and there's you got YouTube TV, which I normally don't use. YouTube Music, normally don't use. Now, YouTube Kids falls under that because that's where basically anyone under the age of 13 go to. But normally, you see kids under the age of 13 go to regular YouTube so that way they can watch videos from there. I don't understand why YouTube Kids is on there, but yet they watch regular YouTube. So this ain't right. So basically, what they've been doing is now going to be the cause of YouTube's death. So basically, for the FTC, Google, and YouTube, why waste time on fixing something that's not even broken? Basically, COPPA law, YouTube has been very, very, very compliant with them. This was just recently. This was the knock on the door from the FTC. So basically, what's going to be happening, if this COPPA law is in effect, basically if you upload a video, you get two options. There's no going back on them. One is saying that you're legally required to comply with the COPPA and other laws. You're required to tell us that your video is made for kids. I basically made a comment about it saying, do not let the government control you. So if you actually, you upload a video, normally, all the time, there's actually there's 3 different options that you can actually choose from. Yes, this is what the channel is. You can set set this channel as made for kids. I always upload content that's made for kids. No, set this channel that is not made for kids. I never upload that content that's made for kids. Or C, I want to review this setting for every video. Then you click save. So basically, if you try to set up or live stream as made for kids, you're going to lose a lot more features that you normally get, like personal advertising, comments, your branding watermark, donate button, your cards or end screen, live chat or donations, the notification bell, playback in the mini maker, super chat or super stickers or set playlist. Now, then in November, the channel memberships, join button, merch shelf, won't be available on content set made for kids. But if you do set your channel made for kids, you're going to lose 4 features. You're going to lose your stories. You're going to lose your community posts, your notification bell, and your channel memberships. So now there's another one here, like, what happens if you set your video's audience incorrectly now? Like let's say, by so I'm wondering by this thing if it's by accident. Like if you set your video on incorrectly, like let's say by mistake. So basically, if you're in, let's say, a Great Britain or Germany, and you think to yourself, oh, the COPPA law is not going to affect me, I ain't going to worry about it. Bad news. It's going to affect you. Because the law is still based in the United States. YouTube and Google is located in the United States of America. So you can't go back there. You will be fined regardless. It'll be about, I'm not sure how much it's going to be in euros or anything like that. So regardless of the location, they may require you to tell us whether or not your video are made for kids. If you actually fail to set your audience accurately, you may face compliance issues with the FTC or other authorities, and they may take action on your YouTube account, basically destroying it, getting rid of it. All those videos, all the work that you have on there, gone. And they also have bots learn to help identify videos that are clearly directed at young audiences, and they basically trust us set your audience accurately, but they may override in case of an error or abuse. Like basically they'll override in case of an accident or an error or abuse, but cannot rely on their systems to set your audience for you, because I just need to get this hair out of my eyes. Set your systems may not identify content the FTC or other authorities may be for kids. So if you don't set your audience that are made for kids accurately, you may be faced with a legal consequence or consequences. And so this is basically just, I'm not sure what I'm going to do anymore. I've had YouTube as a hobby for a long time, so I think this is maybe the final nail in the coffin for me. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing or what my future is going to hold. I just hope that they alter it up a little bit, so that way it could be fair for me, because I have a mixed audience, like a mixed audience of kids. So basically, this is one thing that COPPA and did not overlook. This is one thing the FTC did not overlook. I just really hope, I hope there's that unsung hero out there, or the hero that is wearing a cape out there, do something about it. Try to say, hey, what you've been doing is not right. You need to be fair on others. But to me, I think Google and YouTube should go after the ones that are not at the age of 13 and take them down, because any kid below the age of 13 should not be allowed to have a YouTube account under any circumstances without their own parental consent. Basically, hope y'all like this video. It really took a hard time for me, to try to figure this out, try to let it all soak in. I've been, thinking about what I'm going to do. So So I never gave a proper introduction. I just want to, share my thoughts and insights on this. So if you have any thoughts or insights on this, feel free to post them down in the comments section. So anyway, my name is Dustin, and I will see you eventually. I'm not signing off. This is not a goodbye. This is much more like a see you later for now.